Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings is dubbed as the El Clasico of the Indian Premier League. Unfortunately, today's game turned out to be the dampest of squibs ever played between these two teams. You're watching another episode of End of Days Play, and this is Uninvited Opinions. Nags, there was a big fear that Chennai, with nothing to play for in the tournament, might not turn up, and that's exactly what happened today.
Well, quite frankly, I was hoping for the opposite. With Chennai having nothing to lose, I thought they will come all guns blazing and they'll have all their experiments on the table and things could actually click. But that wasn't to be the case. But to be fair to Chennai, I think the best of the batting lineups on that given day could have stumbled against some stupendous opening spell by the Mumbai bowlers. It was Bolt at his absolute best, challenging both the edges of the bat for both the left-handers and the right-handers. And it was also the pinpoint accuracy of Bumrah from the other end, which actually created some relentless pressure. And Chennai brought in some young faces, some new faces to inject some energy. And that brought Rituraj Gaikwad to open with Faf du Plessis. And there was also Narayan Jagadisan in the lineup. Bolt was just too good. So Bolt beat the inside edge for Gaikwad and beat the outside edge. Not quite beat, but caught the outside edge of Faf du Plessis to put them back in the hut. And on the other hand, Bumrah got 2-on-2, dismissing Rayudu and Jagadisan. So I think that pretty much broke the back of Chennai's batting. And although Jadeja and Dhoni tried to rebuild the way they wanted, and in the process, Jadeja also wanted to actually take the role of the aggressor. But unfortunately, today wasn't the day to be. He fell cheaply, and the scorecard had a very sorry look to it just after power play. So, despite a pride-salvaging effort from Sam Curran, who scored a very gritty 50 of his own, and in the company of Imran Tahir, would you believe it, added the highest partnership of the innings, scoring 43 for the 9th wicket. Chennai were somehow trying to just save their face by batting out the 20 overs and eventually limped to just 114 for the loss of 9 wickets. It was not just the opening spell from the Mumbai Quicks, but the other bowlers who came in after that actually kept the pressure up. And it was not Chennai's day, and Mumbai were all over them.
Sam Curran has been the sole consistent performer for CSK across this IPL. He's done everything that's been asked of him. He's opened the batting, opened the bowling. He came in late today. Gave some level of respect to what CSK put on the board, and for his efforts, Dhoni decided to give him a day off from bowling today.
Yeah, that was strange. Well, Dhoni just had no option but to actually come out attacking, and I think he started off with his two best quicks. In Josh Hazelwood and Deepak Chahar, and he was hoping for something what they did against Rajasthan. But again, this was the well-oiled machine of Mumbai Indians. Although Rohit Sharma was missing from the lineup, it was Kieron Pollard who was captaining for the day, and that meant Ishan Kishan came as the stand-in opener to accompany Quinton de Kock. And they just blasted off the total. And oftentimes, this low scores are kind of tricky in terms of chasing. You don't necessarily know how to go about it. But Mumbai showed going with aggression is the right way to go about it. And I think they are just supremely confident at this given time. And therefore, everything that they do seems to strike gold. And Ishan Kishan actually took the aggressor, and he was completely out-batting Quinton de Kock. Not often can someone say this. So he was timing everything off the middle of his bat, and it didn't matter which bowler was brought on by Dhoni for Chennai. It was not CSK's day, which meant they suffered their first 10-wicket defeat in the history of IPL. Just a few weeks back, it was Chennai winning by 10 wickets against Kings 11, and it was the other way around today. So the day just went from bad to worse for Dhoni. The body language of the CSK players was telling a story out loud, and they were hurting, and they were feeling embarrassed, and there was no hiding. And Mumbai Indians did not show any sympathy. They wanted to do their net run rate. a lot of good, which meant that this victory puts them at the top of the table, although they are tied on points with DC and RCB.
So this was a statement win from MI. They showed how to chase a low total, how to sort of stamp their authority on the opposition. They showed RCB what they should have done against KKR, and it makes for an interesting race at the top three to find out who out of these the three teams tied at the top of the table will eventually make it as the top two to the playoffs. Your pick for the man of the match?
Yeah, absolute no-brainer, Trent Bolt, with figures of 4 for 18. So 3 at the top and 1 at the death. He can bowl at any stage of the innings. On such a day, I think he would have been a handful for the best of the batsmen.
When the ball is swinging, Bolt is just unplayable at times. So you've just got to take it on the chin and move on. We've got another weekend of double headers heading our way. So looking at the first set of games tomorrow, we've got the Kolkata Knight Riders playing the Delhi Capitals and the Kings 11 Punjab playing the Sunrisers Hyderabad. What's your pick, Nags? How do you think it's going to go?
I believe the first game, it will still be Delhi Capitals will be my pick. But just the fact that it is being played in Abu Dhabi and KKR have played more games at Abu Dhabi than Delhi Capitals, the familiarity with the venue may be giving them some level of edge. But I think based on quality, Delhi Capitals are still my favorites. And the second one, I think I would still go with Kings 11 Punjab, looking at the momentum that they have gained over the last 3 games. But dare I say, Sunrisers actually have momentum of their own coming from a thumping victory against Rajasthan Royals. So not an easy pick, but I'll still lean towards Kings 11.
You've read my mind. You went with both my picks as well. That's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel to keep more videos coming your way. And as always, we'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.